Marvel Publishing was started January 12, 1939 during the Great Depression by Martin Goodman. Selling 10 cents a comic under the name Timely Comics, it was an instant success. From 10 cents a comic to making $18.4 billion at the global box office today, how did Marvel do it? Let's find out in this video. Before we begin, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to enable notifications every time we upload a new video. Martin began his comic book business with the Human Torch and the Submariner. Both were flawed protagonists and angry young men, traits that future Marvel heroes would come to share as well. In the year 1941, Captain America was created to fight the Nazis even before the US entered World War II. The company branched out from writing about violent superheroes to humorous comic books which appealed to younger audiences. Business was booming, enough for them to get an office in the Empire State Building in New York City. In the following years, the writers of Marvel, then known as Timely Publications, experimented a lot, including writing comic books about Miss America, beauty, dating, crime, war, and horror. In the 1950s, the comic book industry came under scrutiny by different groups claiming comics were causing violence in society. Sales plummeted drastically, and Marvel, then known as Atlas Publishing, was forced to turn to its rivals, DC Comics. Marvel managed to stay in business with the help of DC Comics for the next 3 years. Their breakthrough came in 1961, when writer-editor Stan Lee revolutionized superhero comics with the Fantastic Four, which featured the Human Torch, the Invisible Girl, the Thing, and Mr. Fantastic. The company was now using the name it originally began writing with, Marvel Comics Group, and superheroes continued to be introduced, including the Avengers, X-Men, and Daredevil. Marvel then branched out to television and merchandising. By 1968, Marvel was selling 50 million comic books a year. And with that, Martin Goodman signed off on the sale of his business to Cadence Industries Corporation. Soon after the sale, though, the comic industry boom died down. In order to survive the turn of events, Marvel once again started experimenting with comics on anti-drugs, vampires, werewolves, black characters, and strong female characters. Despite its efforts and experimentations, Marvel lost $2 million by 1975. However, a television series featuring the Incredible Hulk remained popular throughout the setbacks. The company took note of this and wondered if its future growth could be in spin-offs of its original characters. Soon, more television series were released, including The Amazing Spider-Man, Fred and Barney Meet the Thing, The Incredible Hulk Returns, and many, many more. With the combination of the spin-offs, special issues sold to comic book stores only, comic books written specially for young children, and licensing agreements for merchandising, Marvel was once again boasting $100 million in revenue by the end of 1985. And like all good businessmen do, sell when the market is good, Marvel was sold once again. This time to New World Entertainment in the year 1986 for $46 million, which in turn sold it to Ronald Perelman of McAndrews and Forbes Group for US $82.5 million. Perelman took the company public in an effort to raise money for publishing, distribution, and licensing. Then he went on a spending spree. He acquired stock in a company called Toy Biz. He also bought a trading cards company called Fleer Corporation. The goal was to become one of the largest licensors in the world. Efforts were made to license Marvel's rights overseas in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. Many movie deals were signed to support this goal. Then, between 1993 and 1996, once again, sales plummeted by an astounding 70%, mainly due to fans being overwhelmed by the increased price of collecting the comics and the overall perception of declining quality of the comics. Stock prices also dropped from $35.75 in 1993 to $2.38 in 1996. Perelman then responded by filing bankruptcy, which gave him the power to reorganize Marvel without consent from its stockholders. He then bought the remaining shares of Toy Biz and merged it with Marvel to create a single, stronger entity called Marvel Studios. It was this effort that eventually brought the characters to the big screen. The merger also brought into action CEO of Toy Biz, Avi Arad, who brokered a deal with 20th Century Fox to make an X-Men movie in the year 2000. The movie went on to make over $296 million worldwide on the box office, but despite the film's huge success, Marvel only got a small portion of the profits. Finally, in 2003, a man named David Maisel from Endeavor Talent Agency approached Marvel's then CEOs, Avi Arad and Isaac Perlmutter with the question, why not make the movies under your own banner and keep all the profits for yourself? Perlmutter hired Maisel as Marvel Studios president. To execute his plan though, Maisel engineered a slate structure financing to total $525 million. Question was, who would finance the production? In 2005, Merrill Lynch offered Maisel and Marvel the chance they had been looking for. The offer was $525 million over 7 years, which could be used to spend on 10 movies with budgets ranging from $45 million to $180 million. But there was a catch to this deal. Merrill Lynch would hold as collateral the rights to 10 characters including Captain America, Nick Fury, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Cloak and Dagger, The Avengers, Power Pack, and Shang-Chi. The deal was eventually finalized, and we all know what happened after that. Marvel Studios came out with some of the best superhero movies ever made. Iron Man, Marvel's first independent production released in 2007, made $585 million, the start of a cinematic universe that is still unfolding. It was such a massive blockbuster hit that it caught the attention of Disney, who swooped in and bought Marvel for $4 billion. Avi Arad at Marvel once said, quote, "It's a cheap price, it's nothing. It's a very strong brand and we planned on this brand. It was not a fluke." And that is what we call a comeback. For a company that filed bankruptcy in 1996, Marvel has survived its darkest hour. Since 2008, Marvel Studios has released 21 films, with 10 more in the making. It has made over $18.4 billion at the global box office, making it the highest grossing movie franchise of all time. What do you guys think would have happened if David Maisel did not come up with his idea? Tell us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. As always, thank you for watching.